Hi guys, welcome to Bible Breakdown. We're doing Psalm 145. This psalm is titled Praising God's Greatness, a Hymn of David. So like the title says, this is definitely highlighting the greatness of God. So just to get right into it, for verses 1 to 3, I wrote that it shows what bringing honor and praise to God would look like. So it talks about exalting him. It talks about blessing his name forever and every day. And it talks about praising him forever as well. Then for verses 4 to 7, I wrote that we should have praising God as a generational practice. So in verses 4 and 5, it says, one generation will declare your works to the next and will proclaim your mighty acts. I will speak of your splendor and glorious majesty and your wondrous works. I'll actually also read verse 6 and 7 because it makes my next point make more sense. So verse 6 says, they will proclaim the power of your awe-inspiring acts, and I will declare your greatness. Verse 7 says, they will give a testimony of your great goodness and will joyfully sing of your righteousness. So I said, because of that generational practice, it's going to cause a rippling effect. Because we did this and set the foundation, the future generation will also do this and will just continue. Then for verses 8 to 13, I wrote that it starts out by declaring who God is. So they mention he's gracious, he's compassionate, he's slow to anger, he's great in faithful love, and he's good to everyone. But then I said, it then points out the duties of the faithful. So that's the people that trust in him, follow him, love him, respect him. I wrote that we should bless him, speak of his glorious kingdom, declare his might, and also inform all people about it. And then in verse 13, it says, your kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. Your rule is for all generations. The Lord is faithful in all his words and gracious in all his acts. And that brings me to my last point for the last section of the psalm, but we'll get to that. For now, for verses 14 to 16, I wrote that it's a reminder to those in need that God will always care for you. And it also highlights how he's on perfect timing. So verses 14 and 15 say, the Lord helps all who fallen. He rises up all who are oppressed. All eyes look to you, and you give them their food at the proper time. So you might be going through a situation right now that God put you in there on purpose, and he will pull you out when the time is right. So just be patient and wait on him. And now to my last point, for verses 17 to 21, I wrote that if you're looking for a reason why you should be praising and be bold about God, it's because he is faithful. He's faithful to his creation. I also wrote, make sure to love the Lord and turn from evil. And then from there, you will start to see overflow, blessings, and all these other things that God promises us. Verses 19 to 21 say, he fulfills the desires of those who fear him. He hears their cry for help and saves them. The Lord guards all those who love him, but he destroys all the wicked. My mouth will declare the Lord's praise. Let every living thing bless his holy name forever and ever. God is a protector. He's a provider. He will do anything for his creation. And it is very evident that that is true. But I love how it also highlights for people that fear him. You need to respect the Lord's power, because if you are just slapping him in the face, Judgment Day is not going to be good for you. So with that being said, I feel like this psalm really highlights giving God praise and the importance to why we should, and also how we should make that a standard practice for generations after us. We need to make sure that the kids that we have and their kids will continue to keep this going, because God is a God of forever. The same God that I serve will be the same God that my children's children serve. But that is all I have for you guys. That is the end of the psalm, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Psalm 146. I love y'all. God loves y'all more. Have a great night.